What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about MicroStrategy today, MSTR. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, you guys, and let's get into it, okay? It's the end of the day on this 24th of June. Here we are at about $377, up 2.68% on the day. And I made a video earlier talking about something that I want to talk about here briefly, that I think it's a big deal. I think it's a pretty big deal. And I mean, the course of action that'll be taken with this is only going to be positive for MicroStrategy. Okay, this is some big news actually, and I'm sure there's other people who have talked about it already. I don't know how many people have talked about it, but I'm sure not enough yet. But we'll get there. This right here, Pulte. I don't know how I'm pronouncing that, but Pulte. We will study the usage of cryptocurrency holdings as it relates to qualifying for mortgages. Why is that a big deal for MicroStrategy? Well, Michael Saylor weighed in and said, we have developed a BTC credit model that we are happy to share. It takes into account loan duration, collateral coverage, BTC price and volatility, BTC APR outlook to generate statistical BTC risk and BTC credit spreads. Try it now on our website. Pulte says, thank you. We'll review and be in touch. We'll review and be in touch. These guys are talking business on X for the whole damn world to see. Right? They are literally, and I'm pretty sure, let me see, did Michael Saylor post something else, or did maybe Pulte promoted something else, posted something else? I have to check. Hold on. Let's see. I don't know if that's a good picture right there. Michael Saylor. Anyways, the AI got you on that one. Let's see. No. Maybe it was on Pulte's feed. Let me see here. Hold on. I mean, this is big. This is big. Okay, in itself, this is big. I hope you understand what this means, right? Michael Saylor was talking about how Bitcoin's going to engulf the capital markets and real estate, right? It's going to literally encapsulate all of that. This is the first step. The U.S. Director of Federal Housing, FHFA, right? That's what that is. Hold on, let's see. No, he doesn't like Jerome Powell, by the way. This guy definitely does not like Jerome Powell. Where is it? I thought I saw him post something else about MicroStrategy. Maybe I did, or maybe I'm just making that up. I don't know. But, oh, let's see. Could solve inherent issues of real estate mortgages by adding Bitcoin requirement to long-term lending product like you would mortgage insurance. Chairman, yeah. Maybe this is what I saw. Not anything with MicroStrategy, but thanks. We are looking strongly at a lot of these things, right? And probably through the vehicle of MSTR. If they do decide to do business with MicroStrategy or incorporate some kind of means, like MSTR is going to get a piece of that, you guys. This is the step in the right direction to MSTR not just having a part in the Bitcoin ecosystem, but the real estate markets through the Bitcoin ecosystem, right? I think it's a big deal. I don't know. Maybe I think it's bigger than it is, but I think it's a big deal. And could be a major catalyst that actually sends this thing through the roof here over the coming days, over the coming weeks. Getting away from the news, because that's not my specialty. Talking about the TA. Looking at the daily RSI here. We keep looking to go lower, man, but you just find support at the 40 time after time, and it's beautiful. It's lovely to see. Looks like you have a W forming in your RSI. Why can't I draw? I can't talk and I can't draw today. There we go. Something like that. Yeah. Going to the overbought zone again. I would expect that that's what you're going to do. Probably not by the end of the month of June. I mean, maybe. I mean, you'd have to move pretty fast, right, if you're to get there by the end of the month. Because we only have tomorrow, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, and then Monday. We only have 4 days left. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying you'd have to move up pretty fast. But we'll probably be in the overbought zone to start off July, which would implicate that MicroStrategy sees new relative highs compared to this. Like, you'll be breaking out of this consolidation phase here and on your way to new all-time highs, right? Likely not at new all-time highs by the end of this month of June, but pressing that, prices that are around like $460, $500, something like that, and certainly breaking out to new all-time highs in the month of July. If we're looking at this here from a high to a low, the expectation still remains, as it has for a very long time, my friends, that MSTR will see prices all the way up at about $1,150 to $1,273. That's the expectation, okay? It's been a long-awaited move. We're going to get there, and whether it happens by the end of July or sometime in August at this point is up for debate, I suppose, but maybe it does happen in August. It's very possible. Yes, we keep pushing the date back, man, because the price keeps moving sideways. This whole consolidation phase it's been very long-lived, man. It's been since November of 2020, or 2024, November 20th of 2024. I told you I couldn't talk today. And it's been a long time coming, but whenever this thing does break out to new all-time highs, we're going to move up at a very, very fast pace, right? When this thing gets going, as it did last time, it moves up at a very fast and consistent pace to the upside. I think that's what's coming overall. If we look at this on a weekly time frame, looking at the RSI, super bullish, okay? Super bullish RSI. Getting overbought, you can't even get oversold. You're getting lower lows in the RSI with dramatically higher lows in the price. Bullish phase consolidation, you broke out here, you're consolidating now in like a little mini bull flag. Very much expect that you would go to new prices, new highs. And if we look at MSTR, and we compare it to Bitcoin, okay? Let's compare it. Yeah, we'll do that. Coinbase MSTR right there. We compare it to Bitcoin. Look at it on a weekly time frame. Maybe a monthly time frame. Let's do that, yeah. Okay. So obviously before MSTR incorporated Bitcoin, afterwards, right, started to actually grow. Bitcoin was growing so much. So this chart means if the chart's going down, Bitcoin is outperforming MicroStrategy. If the chart's going up, MicroStrategy is outperforming Bitcoin, okay? And this whole cycle it has been, month after month after month, right? I theorize that where this chart's going to go, where we're going to, the next stopping point that we're going to encounter is something around 1% of a BTC. Is that right? Does that make sense? Let's see here. Hold on. Yeah, this consolidation point here. We're moving down, moving down. There's, typically speaking, you find resistance at prior areas of resistance and support, right? You don't just like stop in the middle of nowhere. They call that a dead cat bounce, and they don't oftentimes promote much resistance or support. Here you found resistance right at the base of this area of resistance, okay? I would expect now, on this next attempt, you're probably going to move up and see something that is at the top end of that point of resistance, which here, in that sense, would be about 1% of a Bitcoin, okay? 1% of a Bitcoin, just below there. If Bitcoin goes to the prices that I think it's going to go to, 1% of a Bitcoin. I mean, first off, right now, at $106,000, if Bitcoin didn't move, that would give MicroStrategy a $1,000 price. If Bitcoin goes to $180,000, like I think it's going to, and MSTR tops off at the same time, that'd be a $1,800 price, $1,600 price for MicroStrategy, depending on when it tops off, right? And I think it will. Bitcoin will go to 180K, but maybe MSTR tops off and Bitcoin's at 1,600, whatever. And again, this is just below 1%. It's at like 0.0097. But still, it's very, very close. Very, very, very close. So my expectation would be that if anything, as bullish as we've been, right? We've been calling for this $1,000 price for quite some time. Here, let me delete this. I didn't know I had it on there already. $1,150 to $1,300 might not be bullish enough. We very well could go to $1,600 to $1,800, maybe even $2,100. Because who's to say that we stop there? Maybe we even go a little bit higher. But I have a hard time, just looking at this chart and how it's been moving. I don't think that we're going to make a move all the way up here. That seems a little bit robust for what we see. And maybe we do actually go up here inevitably, but not like by the end of July or August, right? Not by the end of this next phase up. I think that we will move up. We'll probably stop somewhere in this area here over the next month or so and consolidate like we did here, but I don't think that we'll consolidate from November to March, right? Like I don't think it'll be a 5-month or 6-month or 4-month experience. I think we'll consolidate for a couple of months, maybe 1 month at the least, and then continue to go higher, something above $2,000, $2,700 by the end of this year is what I'm looking for. 27, maybe even 3,300 by the end of this year. That's the expectation. By that time, MSTR should do a stock split, right? They're going to split their shares and bring the price down. So instead of it being at 2,700, it'll probably work its way back up to 270. But all of these numbers, all the percentage growth will still be the same. It's just the actual price might change, right? So I bet they do a 10-to-1 split. Once we see $1,000 or something like that, it'll probably be around the time that we're making our strides up to this $1,100 to $1,700 area, $1,800 area. I'm thinking something around $1,300 to $1,600 personally, but anything can happen just below, just above that, whatever. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. You are rejecting the overbought zone on the RSI a little bit, but I really wouldn't be surprised. I mean, even if you move down starting tomorrow, you move down to like 369, so what? Do it. Go down there and then come back up. It's okay. You're going to move up by the end of this month. You're going to be at higher prices, and within the first couple weeks of July, you should be at new all-time highs. I got nothing else, guys. I'll see you on the next one, all right? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.